guys, Bjorn Kunzel, your real estate specialist, once again talking to you today about capital value, bank valuations and real estate agent appraisals. Let's get stuck straight in. CV actually stands for your capital value. It has nothing to do with your council value, but it does affect your council rates. The higher the value of your property in a particular area, the more you will pay cents in the dollar for your council rates. So that's fairly clear. So CV stands for capital value, which is set by the Valuer General's office. It doesn't really determine or indicate too much what your sale price is going to be, and it doesn't really determine what your actual bank valuation or your real estate agent valuation is. It only really is relevant to your council rates. So disregard CV as a valuation of property altogether. It's a rateable, taxable value they put on your property. Bank valuations. Now, let's say you just sold your property. 99.99% of the time, the bank will value your property at contract price. Meaning, whatever price a buyer has put pen to paper at to buy your property, the bank will come out, make sure everything's in order. They'll look at recent sales, lowest to highest, and make sure that your property isn't ridiculously above that or ridiculously below that to make sure that it's a fair and reasonable valuation. But 99.9% of the time, they will value at contract price. So what happens if you don't have a contract on your property? Let's say you just go and get a bank valuation because you're looking at refinancing or you're just curious to add value. What they'll then look at is comparables. Comparable sales. Now, it's understandable that comparable sales have obviously happened in the past. Okay? So they're looking at past sales to determine what your property should be worth based on similar properties of a similar size in the same area, similar land size, same number of bedrooms, etc. and so forth. Fairly straightforward. There's a myth out there that people think that the banks value properties for fire sale. That is a myth. They do not. The banks are very, very accurate on their property valuations, usually within 5% of what a property would actually sell for. The difference between the bank valuation and our valuation is that we can advise you on how to market the property. We can advise you on how to price the property. We can tell you about current market conditions. We can give you advice on how to present the property. We can give you advice on how to get buyers to compete for the property. A property is worth what a buyer is willing to pay. A property is worth what the most motivated buyer is willing to pay. Depending on what agent you choose, can be the difference between a vast sum of money. So, us as agents, we deal in the present. We're looking at right here and now, and we're also looking towards the future. The only difference between us and the bank is we're dealing now and in the future. They're looking at past sales. Let's say, for example, you've had a bank valuation of $400,000. It does not mean your property is worth $460 or $470. It means that your property is probably worth somewhere between maybe $400 to $420. Okay, very important to understand that. The banks do not fire sale value properties. They come up with reasonable, fair prices, and they're usually within 5% of what properties sell for. If you get yourself a good agent with good negotiation skills, good presentation skills, that gives you the right advice, that tells you like it is, that doesn't lead you around the garden path, and gets straight to the point, knows how to get buyers to compete for your property, and most importantly, is an excellent negotiator, you will get more money for your property. Bjorn Kunzel signing off. Hopefully I've cleared that up for you guys. Have a fantastic week. Call me on 0404 164 447 if I can be of any help to you. Bye for now.